Hello and welcome to another plugin preview for the Medeek wall plugin. I think this is now the fifth preview that I've done. So today I wanted to show everybody real quick some of the new things that I've been recently working on and added. The first thing to note is the second toolbar that's been added for the Medeek wall tools. The primary toolbar is for adding new geometry, essentially, and global settings and a few engineering. But the secondary toolbar is primarily for editing. So basically, if you want to move a wall, move a door, move a window, edit a wall, or delete a door or window. So I've gone ahead and created this basic rectangular structure just to demonstrate kind of some of these key elements. So, and I've gone ahead and actually extended the sheathing and cladding, in this case down over the rim joist. This is basically a stem wall sitting on top with a floor joist system sitting on top of that with 4 walls. Okay, so let's go ahead and first create some windows and doors. Let's just drop them in as default values. I'm going to go ahead and use all the options, install the door, trim, and the casing. So let's just go ahead and click through all these menus, and you can see there's 5 clicks basically you got to make to get a door. So we'll go ahead and just generate a few doors all over the structure here. It doesn't matter where. Okay, and then let's go ahead and create some windows and turn on the advanced options so we can get all the trim, casing, and everything generated. Let's go ahead and let's do sliders in this case. Alrighty. And let's throw a couple here. And maybe one over there, just for the heck of it. Okay, that's probably enough windows and doors. So the first thing to note is, you've got all these windows and doors. Each one of them can be configured separately. So let's take a look at the edit menu. So to edit any window or door, you click on this icon right here, which is the edit opening icon. You click on that, and when you do that, you're going to notice that as you mouse over any opening, whether it's a window or door, it's going to be highlighted. Basically what's happening is the bounding box for that group is being selected. So let's go ahead and select this particular door. Okay, and you can see a menu pops up. So let's take a look here. Now you can see with all the options for any given window or door, there's quite a few parameters. There's just a lot going on here. And of course, you can turn all this off. If you turn off all the advanced options, that's it. That's all you're left with. Let's go ahead and hit update. Okay, so now essentially all you've got is a framed opening. And that's it. But if you want to, have more of this stuff going on, well, we can take a look at that. So basically what we've got is this door. So from within this menu, first off, there will be the move function, so you can quickly move a door or a window. I'm still working on that one. But you can also move the door or window within this menu as well. So like this, and this is measuring, from the corner, the start corner of the wall. So let's say, we want to even, say 20 feet from the corner. Well, there we go. We just moved that door. Yeah, there's just a whole lot of options here. Let's go ahead and let's change this to half glass. Let's put some muttons in it, or grill. You can change all these casing and jams and everything. So, and let's go ahead and change this to a 32-inch door. Okay, and so now you see we've got and you've got all the options you want. You can turn it to a right hand in. We'll change the door hardware to style 3, which includes a deadbolt. And now it threw it over there. The kind of the cool thing here is, let's say that you want to edit this door, but you want to keep this one edit opening or open. So go ahead and select that and get this door going. And by the way, it is telling you which door you're editing within the wall. That's indicated there. I probably should have also the wall name, even though the wall name is kind of long right now, so I'm trying to figure out how to do that so you have an indication of which wall and which door you're dealing with. But yeah, you can leave both of these menus open and sit there and work with them at the same time. You know, if you need to match parameters or do something like that. So on this one, let's take a look here. We're going to go with a full glass. Let's go ahead and put a grill in that one as well. And let's go ahead with the door hardware, change the style to. And hit update. And there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and just close those out so you can just take a look here. So now we've gone to a lever. We've got full glass. Yeah, so there you go. There's your door edit function. Now let's go ahead and edit. Let's say we want to edit the windows. Same sort of scenario here. It's fairly straightforward. You just click a window, and by the way, once you click the edit tool, you can't. It doesn't allow you to click another one. I mean, you have to click the icon again and then click. And I may change that, but for now that's the way it's set up. So, all right. So let's take a look at this. So we got a rectangular window. Okay, so say right off the bat we want to go to half round, and we've got a half round, and you know, and let's say we don't like the casing there. Oh, I don't know. There's all kinds of things you can change here. Obviously, it's just there's way too many parameters. Let's change that header casing to match the same width as the jamb. Give it a second, and there we go. And you notice right there's a little glitch with that being inset the wrong way. That's actually a known issue. So I've got a game plan to figure out that little issue. So yeah, we'll take care of that. But there we go. So we've got a, you know, and then let's say we want the casing on this style is too elaborate. Let's just dumb it down a little bit. So now we've gone to just the stool and the apron on that window. Anyways, a lot of parameters. Again, if you want to just deal with openings, we can hit no on all that. All that goes away. Hit update. Now you get yourself a framed opening. Now you can see here also that I do not, with the framing, I'm not showing the curve framing. I mean, essentially what you're doing is, if you have to frame this, you're going to frame it out as a regular structure. Let's show that. Let's turn off the chips in here for a second. Okay, so you know you're going to frame that out as a regular structure. You know, as a rectangular window. Sorry, and but you're going to end up throwing some blocking in here of some sort or another to create that curved radius. But yeah, you know, that really isn't. I don't know. Eventually, I might add that in, but at this point, it's not critical. Anyways, so that is the edit function for the windows and doors. Fairly robust so far, I think. You know, I'm still testing it. There's a few little, there's like that one little glitch we saw with the inversion of the push-pull on the curved trim or casing. So I've got to take a look at that. But fairly robust. You can edit multiple openings at once. You can leave the edit menus open. Like I said, you know, it knows which wall, it knows which door we're dealing with. So I made sure we could do that. So you know, you got a door open here, a window, a door, and a window, and you can sit there and leave those open and edit them to your heart's content. Okay, so let's demonstrate the delete function, and let's explain kind of what's going on here. So with deletion, with this tool, once you delete something, it doesn't, the tool persists. So that means that if you delete something, you can keep deleting other things. and it doesn't give you a warning or anything, it just deletes it. Of course, if you ever have a mistake, you can always just hit the undo button up here and we'll demonstrate that. So let's go ahead and hit the delete. Again, it's just highlighting each window, door opening, and you can see it here. It's a little hard to find it because it's, you have nothing to really select there, but if you look here at the framed opening, you can just grab it there. So let's go ahead and delete it. So you can see it's pretty straightforward. Just returns, it completely removes the opening and it's gone. Now what's happening within the I could just keep removing all these if I want. What's happening is, let's take a look at the attributes of any given wall. So let's look at this wall and let's look at the attribute editor. By the way, this attribute editor is provided by Christina Eneroth, who does a lot of excellent plugins. Just wanted to put that out there. And she's also given me a little tidbits help, as well as some other people. Gary Kernan, for instance, has given me a lot of good information and just various tips and hints on how to make this plugin work better. So what you can see here, and essentially this library constitutes really the guts of any one of these wall panels with all of its doors and windows. Let's go ahead, well, let's hit undo, for instance. We're going to undo the delete on a couple of these doors and windows. And you can see it's very easy to undo because I've made it so that it puts puts everything back. So if we take a look at this wall panel, you can see that every window and door, well, first of all, there's a listing here, a door list and a window list. And then every window and door has an entry if it has values for casing, for the actual installation of the door, and for the trim, and of course just the basic parameters right here. So like I said, the geometry really doesn't matter. I mean, the geometry it needs to be there for the geometry's sake, but really all of the information having to do with this wall, with all of its doors and windows and everything else, is fully defined by this library. So basically you can rebuild the entire wall with all of its windows and doors and everything else based on what's stored in the library. So that's how the system, it's kind of essentially just a database. It's just storing information. So yeah, I think that kind of explains what I've been working on the last few days. It really didn't take me long to code it, but what took me a while was debugging, and I'm still debugging, of course. I haven't worked this thing through its paces hard enough yet. So what needs to happen next? I'm currently working on this move icon, or move tool, where you can just select a window and door and then have it kind of have an arrow or something where it just moves it simply without opening up the whole edit attribute box. So you can do a quick move essentially. And then after that, we've got the wall move tool. The edit wall tool is actually, that shouldn't take me very long to do, because really we've already got the edit wall function. We just need to connect this to that function. If you right click on this, you can go ahead and edit the whole wall assembly. And I've already shown this before. So yeah, so this one will happen fairly quickly. There's not much to it. Really it's this one, the move opening, the move wall. And the idea behind the move wall, of course, is that if you move this wall perpendicular to its location, either direction, we want the other walls that are connected to it to stretch or shrink, essentially grow or shrink with that movement, so that they stay connected. And so that's going to require a little bit more coding and thought. And then of course been requested to do the split wall function, where you can split a wall into two separate walls. I'm not entirely sure if I'll get this one out on the first release of the plugin, but that is my goal, to try to do that. So we'll see what I can come up with. So really we've only got as far as major concerns are here, we've got these two. We've got the move opening and the move wall. And then of course I need to go back into the global settings, and we've got so many new parameters added that I need to go ahead and get that updated. And the gable wall function, again, this one is a major concern as well, but I may or may not get that out on the first release. That'll be forthcoming though. So I hope you enjoyed what I've shown you this morning, and we will keep proceeding and try to get this plugin released as soon as possible. I appreciate it. Thank you.